Alright guys, welcome back again to my channel at 53 Diecast, and today I'm going to talk about these new metal machines by Zuru. They are kind of taking the market for Hot Wheels fantasy cars, because lately Hot Wheels not really, doing their fantasy cars real nice. I think they are kind of a bit lacking in that department. They are more like to doing the things that people love. Those are GDM cars, much more realistic cars, licensed cars, and so are the fantasy castings are a little bit, undesirable by a lot of people. So Hot Wheels kind of bit like, back down on that, not really doing it anymore. And I think Zuru metal machines kind of capturing their, sorry about that. I think Zuru metal machines kind of capturing that market, yet that really small market. I mean, I'm one of them. Market of fantasy cars. They're really good fantasy cars, like previous video. I think you guys are really liking them. Talking about fantasy cars, I don't really like the fantasy cars that looks like food, looks like toilet, looks like garbage can. I don't like those things. I like when Hot Wheels do fantasy cars and make them look like real cars. In essence, the people could get inside there and drive them away. And if this turned into a real car, it would look so good. And I just love those concepts. Hot Wheels always do stuff like this when there is no other brands kind of capturing the fantasy car as good as Hot Wheels. I don't think Johnny Lightning even pulled that off too, and Matchbox and etc. No. From out of nowhere, metal machines just came in, and their designs are just really striking. The design are just really nice. The packagings looks really cool. The card art looking really cool. If you could see the card art, look at that. That's looking really legit. That looks even better than Hot Wheels packaging. To be completely honest with you, even now the Hot Wheels flame are not really like Hot Wheels flame anymore, which is absurd to say, because this is from 2021 set, and the Hot Wheels still looks a little bit like a flame. You could a little bit telling it looks like a flame, because what saying here, it's not the same without the flame. And more on that, like back in 2003, Hot Wheels flame, they're really looking like flame. Just the whole logo fulfill the sections. And look at how neat the side of the packaging here. It's kind of curved following the flames, and that looks just really nice. But you know what, Hot Wheels these days, they're just like, I don't care if it's lost that white line up there, making the E looks too close with the edge there. They just don't really care. What, they knew people buy our product because it's a Hot Wheels, so they don't really care. We're just selling here. We're just selling our cars because people know it's a Hot Wheels. Looks almost like the Chinese copy of Hot Wheels itself, which is kind of sad to see. The car art, not really like, I don't think what kind of an engine looks like that. I've never seen any engine looks like that. What is this on top of there? This looks like a bottle caps, on the car models. It's actually going insert, going inside those like little holes for the injection, like some of the older Hot Wheels have. And for like not the injection, sorry for that, but the ignition, because it got 8 cylinders, so it got a hello camera, so it got like 4 holes in them. Each cylinder needs its ignition, and that's what more looks like real car engines to me. That's what's so special about the Hot Wheels, because they make the engine looks real. But you know what, in this card art, that looks really sad, because that doesn't look like they're doing their best. And now let's comparing it to the metal machines, and you could see the difference. It's like the Zuru metal machines looks a lot more premium than the ordinary Hot Wheels. And you have to remember that this thing is much cheaper than Hot Wheels. And you might say, yeah, it's because Hot Wheels always do the blue color, so it's gonna have that childish color. Well, then what about this Hot Wheels Garage? I know this is a premium Hot Wheels, but if you put this thing together like this, now it looks a little bit more like in the same page, right? Even it got the same side here, got the same slope here, which is kind of a bit weird. How does that work together, huh? I think Metal Machines already did better packaging design. It's not much of information here and there, it's just the logo here, Metal Machines, then the car name, 3+, and that's it. So you could see the car with the art, and it looks just really nice with the older Hot Wheels. Now that looks like more of a face-to-face battle, because both of them are good. But this, I don't know, man. This thing looks cheap to me. It doesn't look really good. It doesn't look really good. So let's take a look on the Metal Machines here. This is the ref rod. Let's open this. Poke it a little bit, then there we go. There it is. That's the ref rod. Looking like 1940s, 1950s Ford truck. This looks like the F100, but got really crazy engine right there. Even Zuru did the engines pretty well too. Look at that. It's pretty nice. But yeah, for some reason, sometimes the way I look at the Zuru, it looks like a car made by AI. You know what? Cars made by AI, they look good, but sometimes some of the details, they didn't really work it out for what it is, because I have to remind you that this is what the Hot Wheels these days looks like. It got no details at all, no drive shaft, no exhaust, no anything. It looks really bland, and I just really hate why Hot Wheels do that. But you know what? Zuru, they have a lot of details. But if you see it on another car, you know what? I'm gonna open this thing so you can see it a little bit more clearly. Let's open up the POWERMAD. Here it's looking like a supercar. You're gonna see the bottom, and you can see that on the bottom. You got the same drive shaft, got the same exhaust mold, and you got the same boxes here as well. Look at that. Even though this thing is a supercar and this thing is a car like from 1950s, 1940s, but they have the same underbody. That's why I think Zero Metal cars are really nice cars, but on the detail side, they're more like AI made cars. They look great, but that's what makes Hot Wheels used to be great. You know, not this thing. I just really hate why Hot Wheels have to make their underbody like this. To remind you, this is what Hot Wheels used to do with their fantasy cars. You know what, if you see on the bottom, yeah, there are drive shaft there, and there's like a really cool structure on the back. It looks like something to hold the axle together. It's like you could find that on drag cars, on cars on drag strip. It just looks really cool. And the design of it, the engine, all well thought out. And no Hot Wheels are made the same. Even with this thing, you know, it doesn't look the same. It different. Sometimes it doesn't have the drive shaft because they don't have the space for it. But you know, when you see the engine, you could see that there's the supercharger, the engine, the valve cover, and the headers, and the exhaust. Even on these cars as well, looking like a V10 because you got that 10 intake, you know, just really well thought out. You know, it's like the air coming from here and getting into this plenum and then going into these runners here and then go into the pistons, and it's a V10 radiator on the back, so really well thought out. You know, the underside of the engine, the oil pans, moving to the drive shaft and into the axle. And other Hot Wheels do different take on the cars, so no cars have the same thing. And what I do love about the detailed underbody is because I could paint them to look like this. Because I could paint the underbody, underneath the engine, the oil pan, and then the transmission to the exhaust. I could paint it and make it a lot more detailed and make it look even better. Now, with this thing, I don't even have anything to be detailed anymore because they don't do anything with them. They just left it empty with the text, and that's it. But Zuru, again, like I told you before, it looks like every car is the same. Now, I'm not saying that all of the Zuru cars have the same button, because this one looks a little bit different, but maybe because this thing is the off-road version and this one is for the street version, so it's maybe this one looks the same with another off-road vehicle. I don't know, maybe it could be just special to this one. I don't know. I don't own any other off-road Zuru cars, but yeah, the underside is just a little bit too weak for me, but you know, the cars looks pretty good for what it is. I could see myself wheel swapping this with Hot Wheels tires. It's gonna look really cool. Got details under there. You could see there's a nitros there. I mean, it's a pretty well thought out design. Hand clap to Zuru. And then this, the POWERMAD, even the card art looks really cool. Look at that. Man, that's gorgeous. It's really cool. Really nice art. And it's got the chrome body. The chrome doesn't look too shabby though. It's looking really nice. It got no tempo details whatsoever, but yeah, it is a Zuru, and it's pretty flimsy. Again, Hot Wheels not doing that at all. Different quality for what it is. This thing looks really cool, and you know, start to gravitate to collecting these metal machines. Although these are like a cheap copy of Hot Wheels, you could probably say that, but it's not really a copy of Hot Wheels because they have original designs with them. Let's open this one. This one is a Nitro rider. You can see on the card art here. This is what I'm talking about. It's weird engine configurations, you know. You got stacked carburetor kind of thing, and the exhaust is right here, and there is the intake again right here. So it's kind of bit weird. They just wanted to make it look mechanical and yet looking cool, but not really how things work properly. They just make it for the sake of looking cool. So let's open this up. Card art is pretty cool. You know what, maybe on the end of the video I'm gonna put the wheel swap on this thing, because I really wanted to do that. I mean, look at that. That thing just screams, please wheel swap me with some really nice wheels. I mean, these wheels are looking pretty nice, not too shabby. Looking okay to me, looking really nice. Got some different colors sometimes, but they are always in one size, the same size front and rear. every Zuru cars have the same size wheels. Like Hot Wheels, they always use a staggered look, different size front wheel and rear wheels to make them look really staggered, because that's how car designers always do. Got different front rear wheels, sometimes not working like in the Euro 2, but most of the muscle cars, hot rods, they use different size wheels. So I think just looking great if this have a different size wheel front and rear. Just hope Zuru could notice that and make some models with staggered stamps. I think that's gonna be looking really nice. That is the Zuru, looking pretty nice, and they're almost kind of stealing I think they're already stealing Hot Wheels Fantasy Castings enjoyer like me to start collecting them instead of Hot Wheels, because the only fantasy castings that I could really tell myself that I wanted it from Hot Wheels or just the mailed it. I forgot from which cases it came from, and also the Ravager ST from the M cases of this year Hot Wheels. And that's about it. There is no other Hot Wheels fantasy cars that looks really nice. In my opinion, they look kind of bit boring, a little bit dull, and it's almost felt like Hot Wheels kind of lost its charm, because Hot Wheels used to do cars like this, used to do crazy concept cars, hot rod cars with crazy details on the body design, on the bottom, and they just kind of bit lost their magic charm. Hot Wheels, they started to gravitate towards real cars, and for some reason I don't really know what's the difference between Hot Wheels and Matchbox, because they're almost like doing the same thing. So yeah, that's just my rant about Hot Wheels lately, and I think Metal Machines could really take their place on making fantasy cars, the cool fantasy cars. So yeah, I think that's all about it. I have to say, Zuru Metal Machines, they all look great, they all look cool, and I think will be a nice collectible if you are a fantasy casting enjoyer like me. So thank you so much everybody for watching this video. I hope you enjoy collecting what you're collecting. Don't collect what you don't like, but collect the stuff that you love. Alright guys, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below which kind of fantasy casting that you really love. Please put it down in the comments below. I would love to read it. And don't forget to give a thumbs up too, so the algorithm of YouTube will take this video up. Thank you so much guys for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless you my friend.